Hello, 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 hello. It's Friday, thank God, right? I'm actually not going to be in tomorrow. I'm going to be working from home, doing readings from home. So if anybody's wanting to do an online reading, I am available tomorrow, all day Saturday, for readings. Yes, so I'm... Okay, alright, so if they're all over the floor, um... don't go away. Check out my blinds. Hey, right? I don't... You know, when I ask every time, please don't throw these on the floor, and every time they do. Alright, I got two more that are on the other side of the table, so don't go anywhere. I'm going around the table to pick them up. See, there's my hands. Oh, Lord. And I'm like, seriously, did you have to do that? Did you have to throw them on the floor? And for whatever reason, it felt like we needed to have them thrown on the floor. So anyway, the cards are on the floor. We're on the floor. I've got them picked up. We are using the spellcasting deck. I really like that deck. And it is an energy forecast. I hope everybody's doing awesome. So do something for me. Don't forget to love this video. Comment where you're watching from. If you haven't been following me, follow me. And then share. But let's start out with this first card that's coming in, and it's the inspiration card. And it's showing a lot of illumination. So this is that creativity, that feeling of being motivated to create. A feeling of being motivated to create. So it's a really cool energy that's coming in. It's, it's kind of like the one that gets you to feel like being Betty Crocker, or go through and redecorate the house. Anything along that lines. It's about creativity, being inspired, motivated, and beginning to create things. Now, this is the energy coming in, and our first, the obstacle, and I'm like, how is good luck an obstacle? And I'm going to say it comes across like this. Taking things for granted. Everything. So you're inspired to do something. Let's say you're like, oh, I want to create a she shed, or this weekend, I want to create like a meditation space in my backyard, so that I have that all ready, when springtime comes around. And so this card here is the good luck card, right? But the message I'm getting on this, and this will make me laugh kind of, is the message here is, though, things are going to be really too easy. So anticipate an issue from something. So something's going to be overlooked in your creation. So you're inspired to create something, and as you're putting it together, a step is left out. And I'm like, I was like, have you ever bought something from IKEA and you get it in a box and you have to put it together, and you're like, screw the directions, I don't feel like looking at the directions, I know how to put it together. And you put it together, and then you realize that you're like 5 screws short. Yeah. Or you have 5 screws in your hand at the end and you don't know why. That's what this is saying here, is that we kind of look at things as, man, this is so easy, this is so simple, it really flows really smoothly. That's because you forgot to put some of those screws in, okay? Nothing really negative per se. It's just that it's a gentle, loving reminder to be very mindful in what you do and what you create. Now, I'm laughing on this one because this card here is our help. And it should have been like the other way around, right? When you sit there and think about it. But what this card is indicating is that being easily frustrated in this. So you're like, okay, so why is it, so you're saying that, okay, I have this energy coming in that's saying, create, 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 and I'm going to start creating, and it's going to be really easy, but I'm kind of screwing up because it's so easy. And then once you hit that point, don't break down, okay? It's something that you're going to feel really frustrated with, and that's okay. Take it as a loving reminder from the universe for you to step back and put your focus on something else for a moment, for a time. As the willpower card upside down is talking about a lability, lability. So we're talking about the labile mood going back and forth. So it's going to be in between the passion and the ecstasy. You really love what you're doing, and then when you hit a hard spot, it almost breaks you down. It almost breaks you down. So kind of being more mindful of the energy, saying, well, sometimes that is supposed to... sometimes energy does break us down. It's not always supposed to be that way. It's whatever the intention is. And your intention this weekend is coming in and creating, being motivated to create something beautiful out of whatever you have or whatever you're wanting to create. Now, the intricate part here, so there's a lot of little subliminal, sublime, little things happening behind the scenes. And I'm going to say it kind of like this. Other people may anticipate things not following through or working through the way that you want them to. So you guys are over here, you're working on your serenity garden, and you realize that you're digging a hole because you want to plant this tree or this bush or whatever, and it's right over the sewer line. Hey, I got heartburn on this one because I'm like, God, how do you say this? Not everybody's going to tell you the truth. Some people are going to know that you're making a mistake, and they're not going to want to disclose to you that you're making a mistake, and they want to kind of like let you go ahead and make that mistake. Okay? I get not getting into somebody's karma or being a part of somebody's karma or, affecting somebody's karma. But let's just keep it, in a sense of reality. You're not really affecting somebody's karma when you tell them, hey, you probably don't want to dig there. I think that's on the sewer line. Yeah, when you're creating that backyard garden, right? Right, so the grieving part is, and I'm going to say it like this. All right, so we just... we're going through this thing that we're going to get, in essence, we're going to take it like we're being betrayed. That they didn't tell us some knowledge, they didn't give us some insight on something that would have been really helpful if you had told me about that. But for whatever reason, they chose not to. It will affect that relationship. Because it's, on one hand, it's kind of like a last straw. They've done that before, and, and it's kind of like a chronic problem, and it's not cool anymore because it affected this project that you're working on or the creativity that you're working on. So it really is like an offense. They really kind of bum you out and hurt your feelings. And you take it rather personally to the point that it kind of grieves or separates you from that relationship. It grieves or separates you from that relationship. So I was going to say, and you're like, where the hell do you get that from? First and foremost, we have the butterfly. And then we have this person here. And then we have a very faint little bubble that's around them. And it separates them from the rest of the group. That's where, so it's like if somebody said, where do you get that from? When you're doing intuitive readings, you've got to go with the first instinct that comes up, and then the rest of it falls into place. And that was what that card was telling me, was like this great separation through there. I will say something though, because as we go through that experience and we kind of get rid of some of that, and I'm going to call it uh, excess baggage, what happens is that we realize that this whole scenario here really wasn't designed, this wasn't designed to make us or break us. It was designed, come on, oh whoops, it was designed in order for us to, hey Tanya, how are you? It was designed in order for us to actually find our our happy space, our happy place, this place of freedom and liberation. The relationship that we kind of break up with, this energy here, it's been trying to break up for a long time, and you wouldn't let it go. Just saying. Okay, and then that end result. Okay, and I'm going to say here the end result is the unknown. And what I mean by the unknown is that every day is an adventure, and every experience is an adventure. And when the well-being card through there, it's something that's a little spontaneous and unpredictable. I'm not getting that in a negative vibration by any means, but it's like surprises, serendipities, things outside of our expected norm. So cool, groovy things, serendipitous in nature, will be occurring as the end result. I think this is more about getting rid of excess baggage so that we can express ourselves to the fullest. So I hope you enjoyed today's reading. Peace, love, and harmony. I gotta go take a little cream. I'm like, oh, some heartburn. My lunch was really good though. Peace.